All right, screw it. Let's see which Sonic character would win. So how this is gonna work is we have 6 empires on this map. We got Sonic, Knuckles, Amy, Shadow, Dr. Robotnik, and Tails. And we're gonna do the usual thing where we give them 100 years to develop before we send them to war. But I also wanna give them each some special traits. So we're gonna give the first 100 people in their empire traits to start off with, and then we're gonna re-give those traits right before we send them all to war at year 100. So for Sonic and Shadow, I'm gonna give them the same traits. I'm gonna give them fast and agile. So they're gonna get plus 30 attack speed, plus 70% fertility, and then on top of that, 10 speed plus 5 attack speed. So we're rating that on Shadow and Sonic. I don't know why I said those like opposite. And then for Tails and Dr. Robotnik, they're gonna get similar traits as well. So we'll throw Genius, which just adds like a ton of different things on it. And then we'll also throw, actually we can do this a little bit different for them. Let's throw Genius and something else for Tails. Maybe Wise, even though that doesn't super make sense. We'll give that to Tails. And then for Dr. Robotnik, let's do almost the same thing. We'll give him the Genius perk, obviously, but let's also give him the Evil perk. Then for Knuckles, we'll go pretty straightforward. Let's go with Strong, which will give him more damage, more Warfare, Max Children, and then Tough, which will give him Armor, Warfare, Max Age. All right, so he's at the top. Throw that on him. And then for Amy, I feel like, at least in the games I've played, she doesn't really do anything. So let's maybe give her kind of a mix of things. Let's give her regeneration, so she'll be able to get health back, and then maybe the fast perk, or maybe we'll go with the strong perk, give her a little extra damage. Oh, and the other thing I want to do to make this a little bit more unique is, well, first off, we got to turn these off. We're going to turn off diplomacy and rebellions, turn on angry villagers. But what I also want to do is let's turn off Civ babies when the war starts. Because I really just want to watch them kind of fight to the last man. I don't know if we've really done that before, or maybe we've done it like once, but I think that just makes things a little more interesting. I think Dr. Robotnik and Tails are probably going to start off the best because with like their better technology, they're going to be able to develop their cultures a lot faster. So they're probably going to end up with like the best housing and the best weapons quicker than everyone else. I mean, they're already up to houses already, so they're doing pretty well. They've expanded into a new colony here. Tails has done the same. Wait, how did they have so much army already? I guess we did give them 100 population, but even still, Sonic's got 38 army, and we like just started. Tails got 26. But yeah, Sonic and Shadow's advantage is, I do believe with the speed perk, they will be able to build their housing a lot faster. Yeah, for Knuckles, it seems like he's a little bit behind, but he doesn't really have any bonuses to actually building his empire. He doesn't have speed or intelligence, so he's just got 2 like little villages with tents at the moment. Amy's doing pretty good though. She's upgraded all of her tents to houses. You guys will also notice that I kind of drowned this entire island in just tons of resources, so let's just hope that they use them. Yeah, the speed perk's definitely really helping Shadow out as well. They've expanded pretty far. They might be the first ones to have 3 like towns. Year 25, Tails and Shadow are really just blocking in Dr. Robotnik. Unless he can manage to like get through this area and build a colony over here, he might just be trapped here for the rest of the game. Meanwhile, Sonic is in the lead as far as population goes, up to 250, followed by Tails. And then I'm curious to see what the cultures look like at this point. So Tails and Dr. Robotnik are in the lead, obviously. Tails with level 12, so he's up to Copper already, and he's also got bows and swords and boats as well. Dang, he's like actually doing really good. Dr. Robotnik, okay, he doesn't have bows yet, but he does have copper, and he's working on bronze next. Yeah, it's kind of crazy because we've only been going for 25 years. Really surprised to see bronze already showing up, but I guess it makes sense. Amy's in number 3 with house tier 3 and swords. Then Sonic, Shadow, and Knuckles, I'm sure, are kind of on this all on the same page. Looks like house tier 2 and weapon production. So year 50, Shadow, as far as population goes, has passed up Sonic up to 451, and they pulled kind of a sneaky move. They like somehow crossed over Dr. Robotnik's base and Tails' base to go claim this little strip of land here. Oh, and I guess Dr. Robotnik kind of did the same thing. I am curious at this point who has the most army. It looks pretty even, but even still, let's see. Sonic, I guess, does have the most, 196, followed by Tails, Dr. Robotnik, Knuckles, Shadow, and Amy is apparently doing the worst. It's interesting, everyone's got stone weapons except for Dr. Robotnik's king here. He's actually already up to silver, which is crazy. So curious to see what the cultures look like. Dr. Robotnik and Tails are both up to level 20. So he is up to silver. He's got spears and swords, and he's being really smart, actually. He is just going straight for all the best materials. So next is iron, and I'm sure he'll go for steel after that. Oh, actually, Tails as well. And Tails is even better because he has bows, and he also has armor production. And then for Amy, she's got hammers, which I guess makes sense, and swords. And Sonic, Knuckles, and Shadow are probably all the same. Sonic does have armor production and swords. They have good housing. I guess that's how they ended up getting so much population. I want to see what Tails' armies look like. I am seeing quite a lot of silver. I don't see much armor yet, but we still have 50 years, so they got time. I forget, did they construct mines as well? Because that would be really helpful for them. I think they've kind of stripped this entire area clean of the resources I spawned, so they kind of need to figure out how to get them themselves. I don't see any mines there. Maybe Dr. Robotnik has some? No. Year 75, Sonic has retaken the lead, up to 546 population, followed by Shadow at 463. And then Knuckles, Amy, Tails, and Dr. Robotnik all kind of hover around the same. I think what changed is Sonic, they look like they're developing a lot better housing now. I think this might be the highest tier housing, or at least close. Not the highest tier, but they're up to house tier 4, which is really good. And they also have housing 1, so they can actually house more people. And they also do have bows and swords at this point, and army training 1. So I kind of wonder if they also have the most army. We'll have to look at that. Shadow's got house tier 4 as well. They got army training, they got every weapon, and they're about to develop bows. Knuckles, they have armor production, they got house tier 4, so I guess everyone just has house tier 4. Then Amy's level 23. Oh, what the heck? Why is she doing so well? She is up to silver. She's got hammers, spears and swords, as well as armor production, which is really surprising. I guess she just got really lucky with what technology she ended up with. Then Tails and Dr. Robotnik look similar as to how they did before. Tails is up to iron. They also got a rare knowledge, offensive strategy, which gives them a damage bonus, so that'll definitely be useful. Then Dr. Robotnik, oh wow, they're up to house tier 6. So I'm really surprised they are not the ones that have the most population. And they do have mines, which is definitely useful, but still no armor or bows. We're just short of year 100. Dr. Robotnik went crazy. He's up to 801. So those upgraded houses really paid off because he's probably got the least land out of everyone and the highest population. And then Amy, weirdly enough, ended up overtaking Sonic as well. She's up to 580 population. And then Knuckles, Tails, and Shadow all kind of hover around like 450. And then as far as cultures go, Dr. Robotnik is still in the lead at level 34. So weirdly, he made such a good comeback. Yeah, he's got house tier 6 and also housing 2. That's how he overtook everyone else. And then Amy overtook Tails as far as culture goes, which doesn't really make sense. I think it's mostly because she got her population up higher, and so got a little more bonus from the extra like 100 people she had. As far as tech goes, she's similar to what she was before. She's got house tier 5, she's up to iron. To be fair though, Tails is really going hard after the rare knowledges, which are really gonna help them out. They have better watchtowers, their max level is increased by 2, and then that offensive strategy 1. And then Sonic also got up to iron. Shadow hasn't developed any better resources yet, but they have developed all of the different weapons. And then Knuckles, oh, they actually got up to silver too. All right, let's do it. Let's give them all their traits. We'll turn off Civ babies and
We will send them all to war.
so pick who you're voting for now. And you're not allowed to change your answer. Okay, first off, you got Sonic invading Knuckles. And yeah, very curious to see how this goes. It really is just a battle of kind of speed versus strength. Knuckles already lost a city to Sonic, and they're losing another one, but they're also capturing this one on the west. Yeah, crap. Knuckles might actually be the first one out. They're down to 87. Everyone's just dropping like flies. Tails is down to 25. I'm hoping that they can get some land back, but it's not looking super great. Dr. Robotnik just took this colony and... yeah, Sonic just destroyed that one, so I think Tails is just out. Knuckles made a bit of a comeback. They're up to 107. Shadow is not looking too good at 65. And then Sonic is currently invading Dr. Robotnik. Okay, I think this is Amy's only army here, but it is the largest army, I think, in the entire game. 62, which is crazy. And apparently the king of Amy's empire just took a colony all by themselves. And then, oh, they just died. Okay, you got a huge battle between Dr. Robotnik and Amy right now. Though, unfortunately, Dr. Robotnik's people are just kind of funneling in to this area. So they're just getting killed really quick. And then Sonic's army is going to clash with this one as well, I think. Unless they can just, like, sneak past them. Nope, they can't. Dr. Robotnik's going after Shadow. I think they'll actually be able to take this colony over, which will give them a nice bonus of 20 population. And they should be able to take this next one, though unfortunately they're kind of getting flanked by Sonic right now with just 7 army. Okay, crap, I think Shadow is out. And then Amy is down to just 3 people left. Knuckles is down to 51 and Sonic is down to 117. It could really just end up being Dr. Robotnik versus Sonic. Man, is Sonic just taking this colony with one person? Someone kill this man. Crap, yeah, that one guy is just slaying out. All right, Amy's officially out, so now it's just Sonic, Knuckles, and Dr. Robotnik. Sonic is looking the best right now, but that could change. You got Dr. Robotnik sending a little 14 up into this city right here. Oh, Knuckles is also sending their army in there. Okay, curious to see who ends up taking that. It is a pretty big colony. I think Knuckles' army just got fended off, but Dr. Robotnik, no way, they're actually gonna take this? Dang, they're so close. This would totally tip the scales if they could get 40 population. We'll see. No, I think Sonic actually fended him off. And here comes Knuckles again. I'm not sure exactly how it works with angry villagers turned on. I think they at least have to kill the prince maybe to claim this. And here comes Dr. Robotnik once again. Dr. Robotnik just took that colony with just one guy and just took this one over. Yeah, they're up to 57 population now and Sonic's down to 47. So they actually overtook Sonic. I know Sonic does have a little army left though. They got a 6 and I don't think Knuckles really has anything. Yeah, they just lost another city to Dr. Robotnik. Dr. Robotnik is heading in. They're gonna take this middle colony. That's down, and now they're going after Knuckles. We'll see if they can really do anything. I don't think so. I think Knuckles' army might be a little bit too OP. They got close, though, and they also did manage to pull off taking a couple cities from Sonic. They're down to 32. Dr. Robotnik's down to 56, and they're trying again for Knuckles' capital. They took it. Knuckles is down to just 6 population, and here comes that same squad. Can the citizens defend their home? No, they can't. It definitely does make everything more difficult with angry villagers turned on, because they also have to kill like all the citizens to get like every colony down to like 3 population before they can take it. But you got another one down. Sonic is just left with their capital, or no, I think this is 2 separate. Yes, it's 2 separate cities. Down to 1 left, and they finally dropped off that army. Nope, they just put him back on the boat again. So Dr. Robotnik, I think they just have like 2 soldiers left. There's this guy up here, which is just getting like roasted. Then there's this guy here, Husha, which he's actually super OP. He could actually defeat this army, we'll see. Though the funny thing about him is he's got full silver and an iron helmet, but he still has a stick. Which to be fair, I guess it is a pretty good stick. Dang, is he actually gonna pull this off? Yeah, I think he just took out the entirety of Sonic's army. Now it's just their king. I think that's it. Yeah, that was the last citizen. Unless it's not. Well, how do they still have a boat here? Oh, there it goes. That's funny. I didn't realize that when a boat doesn't have a dock to go back to, they just explode. Okay, well, Dr. Robotnik officially wins. It was definitely a very close game, though. It totally looked like Sonic was gonna win for quite a while. They had like most of the map under their control, and I don't really know what happened. I think Dr. Robotnik just really like outfitted their armies with really good gear, and they were just able to take over like everything with just a small squad, it seemed like. Okay, well, we're ending in year 129. So that war went on for 29 years with 3,300 deaths.